Okay, YouTube, let's talk about how I almost lost a big portion, like a quarter of my small account build. I'm trying to build a nice size account with only using 1 cent lot sizes. So okay, let's go back to Thursday. This is Thursday night last week, Tokyo session. All right, so I got in actually two trades, one at the beginning of Tokyo and one kind of late in Tokyo session, right up in here around London session. Okay, I went into profit up here, which my TP should have probably been more of not a 1 to 2. Well, this is a 1 to 2.3. It should have been more like a 1 to 5 here. You know what I'm saying? Aiming for those highs. But I kind of stretched it out to get, my 1 to 2. So my profit would have been right around up in here. Okay. But it ended up going down on me. So I'm like, okay, this is gold. Gold has been having pullbacks, and I got kind of busy, and I didn't hear my alert go off for my stop loss or whatever. So it went on down, and then I saw it trying to push back up. It went down deep. Went down pretty deep, but it started pushing back up. So I'm like, okay, all right, it's Tokyo session. It could either, react from, these highs right here and get pushed back down because, you can see here, right up in here, that, this high right here didn't break this high, and this high right here didn't break this high. If you look at it right here and right here, this is this high is higher than this high. So it reacted like really bad and it dropped. And I was getting sleepy because it started bouncing around and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I'm already out of session because New York is my preferred session to trade. So the price just start, bouncing around. And here's London. I'm saying, okay, London going to give it that push that it needs to pump up. This is me thinking like, okay, this is gold. So I'm looking for that push from London, and it's going to take it from here all the way up to here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, I'll be good. I can get on out the trade and I can go to sleep. So this is around 2 a.m. I'm like about to pass out now because I'm in the trade, and it's late. So the price started, I ended up going to sleep somewhere around up in here, I guess, because the price fell and I didn't hear my alert go off. I was asleep. So when I got up that morning, here's New York. This is a Friday morning, and I'm in drawdown. I'm in drawdown pretty deep, like drawdown. Like I'm like, okay, what's going? What done happened to gold? Gold done fell. So I'm like, all right, well, it's only one or two things you can do. You done woke up to drawdown. You can close it out, or you can let it ride. Those are the only two things you can do. So I start, traveling back and trying to look at where gold took off from, and see about where were we in, the pullback. So I started looking at gold. Excuse me. As far as like, is this a continuation or just a deep pullback? And it was a deep pullback, a very, very deep pullback. So this pullback went on all the way through New York session, all the way through London. Then when Tokyo opened yesterday, Sunday, it started ranging and everything right up in there. So I'm like, okay, I'm still in these trades. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's build up, an analysis. So I'm like, all right, Tokyo was bouncing through this range here. It was going back and forth, back and forth. So I saw Tokyo break out. I saw price break out around London session, which is what I thought it would do here. It did it here. So when it broke out, I'm like, okay, we're coming on back in, you know. So it got up to New York, and I said, all right, if I go from here, I'm thinking, overthinking, really, you know, if I was to pull my fib or whatever, and I go from here to here, let's see, here to this low, you know, if I was to go from here to this low, you could see right here, that's about 70%, you know, and it started pulling down right here. Let me get this fib off of here. But we were at the 70% when New York opened. So I'm like, okay, is this gonna keep falling? Because I'm back in profit pretty good right here. You know, I could deal with that loss, you know, but then, you know, it started pulling back, and then it came back. It found support right up in here, you know. So it started pulling back, and I saw that, you know, it made a little flag pattern or whatever, and it broke out of that. I said, okay, I'm back in profit now, so I'm all good. I got back in profit. It continued to move back up. It continued to move back up, and it broke Tokyo highs right here. Broke Tokyo highs right here before it dropped down. And I got out right when my alert said Tokyo highs was being broken. You can see here, I can show you the alert on here. It says, well, on this other one, and maybe on this, the one on top. Let's see. I had pulled it up because I was gonna move the TP up, but I got out. Okay, we are at Tokyo highs, and I had it right here at Tokyo highs, and I moved it up a little bit to try to catch more. But I said, you know what? Get out this trade and, you know, be satisfied, because you almost lost a quarter of you know, the small account build. And it's not like it's big thousands of dollars or whatever. It's just the challenge of staying disciplined and staying on task to building a small account, because if you can't handle small money, you're not going to be able to handle big money when you know, build your account. So in order for me to build a small account, I got to follow my rules and everything, which is I should have closed this trade, but like I say, I was asleep. I was asleep all the way up. I got up in New York. It was almost like I was way down here. I was about right up in here when I woke up, and I'm kind of like, okay, that's a lot of progress to close out, because if you've been following me in the Discord, you see I have had a lot of wins. You know, I had a lot of losses. You know, here's a couple of trades that I took on gold here. I got you know, I had a loss here. I won here. Just a couple, you know. I had a big win here. It went all the way up to 1 to 3. I've been mostly taking buys. I had a buy here, got a nice buy here, won that. Let's see, we're going all the way back. We got a buy here, took it on up. You know, gold is bullish, so I'm not looking to sell it or anything like that. So I was buying here. Winning all of these trades and everything, it would have just that one trade, trading out of my session here, up here, just trading out of my session up here could have wiped out all of those wins. So what's the lesson here? I would say, don't trade when you're finna go to bed. Don't trade when you're sleepy. Don't trade out of your session. Don't trade when you're tired. Trade when you done had enough rest and you know you're gonna be up on the charts watching your trades, because you could, you know, one wrong mistake and you can lose it all, because, you know, gold didn't have to turn around. you know, which it did, and I, you know, got my money back and everything, but it doesn't always happen like that, especially if you've over leveraged. And the way I'm leveraging this account, you know, if I would have used more than, you know, zero point 0.1 cent, it probably would have blew the account, and all of that work that I put in, you know, on these trades would be gone. So take it from me, it's better to use small risk on trades and get out of the get out of the trades when you need to get out of the trades. You know, set your stops and everything like that, and take your profit when you need to take your profit. Don't let the trade continue to try to run and run and run, you know, and you haven't taken any profit. You know, if you got stacked trades or something like that and you want to take profit on one and leave one to run, but at least put the one that's running into break even, you know, so if it does come back, it won't be a loss. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. What would y'all have done?